I've just done my red act and I'm not gonna lie, I definitely felt a little bit wobbly and slippy.
Tonight's show is going to be on a runway stage. Going to be 2 improvised songs tonight. The theme is festive, so I'm bringing my red and blue Christmas costume. So I've just created this little runway in my hotel and I'm just going to have a little map out of some ideas. I really enjoy improvising though. I think if you get the opportunity, it's really important to keep on top of this skill. It's a great tool to have because it helps you trust yourself in the moment when you're performing. I want to make sure that I drop all of my costume pieces in a pile near the stairs. I don't want to just throw them out anywhere. And something to think about when you've got audience members either side of you and then all around is to make sure to turn frequently. For example, maybe as you bend down and give a side reveal here, something's happening behind and you acknowledge that. So you can really play with the different angles, which is really fun. I've just had a little nap and I've done my hair and makeup at the hotel room. And for this gig, we don't get any tech rehearsal. So I'm really glad that I did my practice here at the hotel. Luckily, I've worked in this venue before, so I know what to expect. The reason I'm doing slow songs is because the stage is really thin and it's also really high up and there's people all sitting below it. So I just want to make sure that I'm safe and also that the audience is safe. The reason I'm not using my signature acts or choreography, because those are created for square stages. And the last time I did do my signature acts and I improvised around it, but this time I'm approaching it a little bit differently. Also on Sunday night after my Brighton workshops, I got really sick and luckily I was at my brother's house when I had this food poisoning. It's been 4 days. I did an online private workshop this morning and felt fine. But that's one of the scary things about being a freelance artist. If you're sick, you don't get sick leave. But it's also really important to not push yourself. And that's where I always try and have a bit of savings in my bank account for these particular moments so that I know that I've got my bases covered.
I got to watch everyone else's performances in the first half. It's really great because you get a perspective of what the show's going to be like and what the crowd's going to be like. I'm ready for my first act. I've just done my red act and I'm not gonna lie, I definitely felt a little bit wobbly and slippy. But now that I've done it, at least I know what to expect on my second act. I'm also wearing my little white booties for this costume, so I think I'll feel a little bit more grounded on my feet. Just got back to my hotel. It's 12 a.m. and I just had a snack. I'm really happy with how my second act went and I think there's a couple of factors. The first factor is that I got to use the first act as a bit of a trial to feel out the vibe, and the second one for me is that I think the shoes that we wear really makes a difference. I was wearing my heels in the first one and then in the second one I was wearing my boots, and the boots being that little bit shorter and more stable around the ankles, I just felt way more confident. So that's something to note for next time, is to wear comfortable shoes. Fair play to all the queens who get up there in heels. I'm absolutely amazed by you. Anyway, I'm getting up at 4 a.m. tomorrow because I'm going to Poland, so I need to go to sleep. And I'm going to save these for later because I like to wear these about 10 million times.